Okay, volume of a sphere. For IGCSE Excel, you are actually given this formula in your formula booklet. So it's 4/3 pi r cubed, with r being the radius. So we simply substitute 1.5 into the formula. I'm just going to type that whole thing into my calculator. So 4/3 times pi times 1.5 to the power 3, 14.1. Okay, have a go at these questions. Put me on pause, unpause when you're finished to see how you got on. Okay, so for 1A, I'll just pop on the formula again. So 4/3 times pi times 8 cubed, 2144.7 to 1 dp. And part B, 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed, 113.1. We find the volume in terms of pi. So if I just substitute the values into the formula first, we have 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. Now, some calculators, if you put that formula in, your calculator will give you the answer in terms of pi. If not, just ignore the pi and type in 4/3 times 3 cubed. And we get 36. Bring back the pi, 36 pi. Part B, just don't forget you need the radius, not the diameter. Radius is 6, half the diameter. So 4/3 times 6 cubed, 288 pi. Find the radius. So with a lot of the exam questions, they do like you to reverse the calculation and work backwards. So we know that 4/3 times pi times x cubed is equal to 200. We need to work back to find x, the radius. So I'm going to times both sides by 3 first. Which leaves us with 4 times pi, which I'm going to write as 4 pi, times x cubed is equal to 600. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 4 pi. So x cubed is equal to 600 over 4 pi. Just leave my answer like that, I won't work it out yet. And x, how do I reverse a cube? Cube root both sides. So x is equal to the cube root of 600 over 4 pi, which is 3.6. That's part A. Part B. You might have done A a slightly different way and still got the same answer, because you can reverse the calculation slightly differently. Times both sides by 3 gives us 4 times pi is 4 pi. Divide both sides by 4 pi. And then cube root both sides. .8 to 1 dp. Okay, in question 4, calculate the volume of the hemisphere with base of radius 8 centimetres. The hemisphere is half of a sphere. So we've got 4 over 3 times pi times 8 cubed, which would give us the volume of the whole sphere. Just going to work that out first. (2144.66). I'm going to divide all of that by 2 because a hemisphere is half of a sphere. 1072.3.